When the Stone Age ended, the Bronze Age ushered in textiles, civilization, and religion, which were only advanced during the Iron Age. Later, the Industrial Revolution, or the Steel Age, was made possible due to the production of coke, which is a kind of coal. We have silicon to thank for our desktop computers, and lithium-ion batteries for portable electronics. What do all of these innovations have in common? They were due to the use of new materials. But the catch is, these materials not only have to be discovered, but then processed correctly. After all, bronze is just a mix of copper and tin. Steel is iron with some carbon in it. Silicon wasn't used in electronics until we mixed it with dopants, and lithium-ion batteries can be dangerous if the two kinds of atoms in them aren't arranged correctly. My research focuses on a certain type of materials processing called grain boundary engineering. Most crystalline materials have grain boundaries in them, or interfaces between regions of material. You can see them in a sample of copper on my slide here. These grain boundaries have a huge impact on the properties of materials, because they break the perfect pattern usually formed by a crystal, and can cause a traffic jam, or even a superhighway of impurities that are traveling through the material. These impurities could be molecules diffusing through the material, or perhaps small cracks caused by a large force on the material. I study these grain boundaries computationally, meaning that I construct simulations of the atoms. We start with simulations of bicrystals, as shown in the center of the slide, and it turns out that even these seemingly simple simulations are very complicated. Materials like to minimize their energy. In these simulations, we minimize the energy by shifting around the positions of the atoms. Each atom we move introduces 3 dimensions. It's hard to visualize this, so imagine there's only 2 dimensions we can move in. In that case, there's an energy landscape that looks like the graph shown here on the bottom right. You can see that there's some combination of the 2 dimensions that have an energy hill and others with energy valleys. Materials tend to settle into these valleys. As mentioned earlier, each atom has 3 dimensions, so this is actually a many-dimensional space, which makes it difficult to explore. I hope to find these valleys using machine learning, which is used to identify clusters, like in the picture on the bottom left. Points that are close to each other are classified as a cluster, as shown by the colors in this picture. What I would like to show with my research is that the clusters found in this many-dimensional space are located in the valleys of the energy landscape. Understanding what the energy landscape looks like will help us engineer grain boundaries and make newer, better materials, which can pave the road to new breakthroughs that may change the world. Thank you.